Yeah, 7 o'clock with the flag. Let's call to order. Pledge of allegiance. Pledge of allegiance.
To the flag of the United States of America, and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
All right, we've got a pretty short agenda here. Vote on the annual tax levy. So,
Make a motion, we
all right,
pass that levy as written.
all right. Does everybody understand what the tax levy is? So this is how much we're asking to the county for what we've appropriated. So these are the numbers. This will have to be turned into the county, taken to Pittsfield, whatever. I don't remember the date. Is there a motion? You had a motion.
I'll second it.
All in favor to approve the appropriations? Nays?
Tax levy.
Tax levy, sorry, not appropriations. Passed December 2nd. And approved December 2nd. This is also the truth and taxation time. All right, so that needs to be in your files and my files after you sign it. Approval of the bills.
This is the monthly bill list. This is what we pay out every month.
So,
We have a couple to add
yep,
to that. In the general fund, Hannibal tractor, $498.61.
What was that?
transport for its first service. I tried to talk them down. They said, "Well, you can bring it here." We were gonna load it up in Dad's trailer, and I said, "No, I don't want to get something that heavy and the risk involved."
So they came to us.
Yeah, they came with Lobo and got it. So it's been serviced and ready. Anything else, Bob?
We have, in the
Yep.
water fund, we have a bill from MECO, progress bills, out of that total contract was $35,000. And we paid $26,250 prior, and the current bill is $17,50.
17,500.
No, 1,750.
Gotcha.
So that's what the bill is now? That's what we paid?
That's what we owe right now. So there's 7,000 left on this contract.
Well, Miko's listed here for $17.50.
She must have squeezed it in.
Okay.
How do we know about that? This must be a statement then.
While we're
Same 1750.
okay.
I believe.
All right. Not 1750 twice. Let's see. While we're talking about that, the COVID money, I've been working out so that the offer from whoever contacted us, I can't prove they're legit. I don't trust it. So I'm been in touch with the Treasury, and they're allowing us to move forward. So we've been logging in with our DUNS number and TIN number and whatever other number they want. There's like 5 of them. So I'm in communication with them. I think we're going to apply it to the MECO thing. That'll be easier because it specifically spells out water stuff. I don't have to, it's pretty clear. So
How much was that?
I don't know right off the top of my head.
I can't remember.
It's quite a little bit, I thought.
Well, I felt like it was 35, but then I thought it could have been 53 too. I don't know.
I'll have
30 something maybe.
more information, but I spoke with them today, and I'll probably be speaking with them again tomorrow.
Okay.
Anything else, Bob? I keep interrupting you. Sorry.
That's the only two that we have.
All right. Sam Reed turned in his bill for spraying mosquitoes for the year and ditches at $425. So if we want to go ahead and approve that in the bills, we can maybe go ahead and write that check. Christmas bonus. We didn't talk Christmas bonuses. At the last meeting, we generally give Claire a $500 bonus every year. Is it possible to add that too?
It's already on there,
Oh,
in the general fund.
okay. All right, so it just needs
Mary's on it today.
I
Got
did
Cliff.
email
Oh.
a couple days ago, didn't I? I think so. All right. Anything else? I won't interrupt anymore.
Nope, that's it on the bills.
Is there a motion to approve the bills?
I'll make a motion.
Is there a second?
Second.
All in favor? Nays? Motion carries. Financial reports, Mr. Gray.
We need the UW4s for the two new people. You wanna print those out, or you want me to send you a couple?
I did not have luck finding those online as easy as I did in
Okay.
previous years.
I'll
I,
email those to you.
okay.
Okay.
I used to be able to go right to it.
And I didn't know we'd appointed a couple, so I didn't have financials for you. We'll in the future. Page 2.
She's gonna be trouble.
Do it.
Nothing.
I heard you.
We're showing the revenue and expenses since the last board meeting, compared to this time last year.
Down $12,000 on the top for asset.
And month to month, it's hard to compare. But on page 3, year-to-date numbers are more comparable. We should have another little bit of property taxes come in. They usually make a small one at the end. But the levy you just passed, we passed one last year, and we've collected $13,166 so far this year. Illinois is always a year behind in collecting the tax. And Bob, you're keeping up with the cannabis gummies.
I'm
'cause
trying.
The revenue's gone up.
Oh, maybe,
A little bit.
you're welcome. A whole $16.
Income tax revenue's up year to date a little bit. So revenue's up 3,800 overall year to date. Expenses are down quite a bit since we don't have an equipment purchase this year. And we go to the water fund on page 6. There's not much revenue, but the bills are generally paid between the 1st and the 10th. A lot of them are, so there's a lot of revenue yet to come in. The last one's billing. Year-to-date, page 7, comparison. Water revenues is within $105 of last year. So pretty consistent. Expenses are down 540.
Next year won't be so good. We're putting in 6 new water meters, 7 new water meters, 6 at the hotel and 1 over at Marjorie Walsh's old place. So that's gonna cost a chunk.
Those meters 300 apiece, or what are they?
Not sure. We already had some on hand. I think we only had to buy 2.
Is that the only expense when we put in new water, is just the
No,
meters?
it has to be done by a licensed contractor per ordinance.
Makes sense.
Yeah, I don't want. So I met with Fred and did his permits, and he's gonna use this X water company. I'm gonna also use them. So there's no sense getting 2 companies putting meters in
Right.
and then run it. We'll just well, we'll get a quote from them first. I'm just write them a blank check, but no, a licensed contractor. Cause it's sanitary water. That's-
And then we gotta pay prevailing wage.
But we can replace a meter if somebody's already at the house.
We're not supposed to, no.
Oh.
So that's why we've been having Bauer do it.
Gotcha. He might be cheaper.
Well, he's,
Getting him.
we're moving on to somebody else.
Get him, and then it takes you 3 months to get a bill.
Well,
For a year.
Yeah.
we've got a water leak that we've been trying to get fixed for 3 or 4 months, and it will not, so I'm moving on to someone else,
Yep,
so.
I get it.
No personal,
Yeah.
just guys busy.
Yep.
But I need somebody that'll
Yep, I got you.
move along a little quicker than that, so. Anyway, sorry, I interrupted you
Page
again.
11,
Man,
that's what's back on. Revenue and expenses for the sewer fund since the last meeting. And then page 12, year to date. They're pretty comparable to the previous year. And we didn't, motor fuel tax, have you gotten any checks for motor fuel tax lately?
I haven't seen one.
We didn't get one yet this month. Should be in.
And I didn't see, the only thing I saw was a couple bills I laid on your chair today.
Okay. All right. Questions, comments?
I do not have any.
I'll get those before, so you guys can get paid next month.
Okay.
I make a motion, we approve the financial reports.
I'll second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Nays? Okay, motion carries. This says October minutes. I screwed that up again. I mean November minutes. Quentin usually catches me on that. I only made saw one change of note on page.
See ya.
Thank you, Bob.
Good man.
Page 4, where it says court is at 3 p.m. on the third Friday. It's at 1 p.m. on the third Friday. It's not a big one, but. Did not see anything else. Vote note.
Move we accept the minutes as printed.
What's that?
Move we accept the minutes.
I'll second it.
All in favor?
Aye.
Nays? All right. All right, I got board member salary, board member salaries across the board. So, the pay for the board has not been raised since 2007. Any vote taken would not affect this board. It would affect the next board. So the problem when
So April moving forward, or
May moving forward.
May moving forward,
We run into the same problem we did with the water bills when we wait so long to raise something. Everybody throws a fit when we raise it. So I calculated a 3.5% raise every year since 2007, and it ended up being these numbers. I'm gonna pass those around. Now those are not even really a suggestion, it's just if we had raised a yearly raise like cost of living, that's what it would be.
How much, what'd you say, 3% a year?
3.5% every year.
So then,
Cost
is it
of living.
monthly?
Monthly, yeah.
Oh, I see.
Those are just discussion numbers.
That's what it is now.
So what you have circled?
What I have circled is just a talking point number on what a cost of living raise would have been now if we raised it at cost every year. And it hasn't been raised since '07. And it's not for us, it's for the next board.
Do what? We paid it. 5.
That's a big number.
Mhm. For monthly. This is for just him, or what he does.
Oh, that's clear.
Yeah, that's Cliff.
Okay.
This is the trustee.
I was like,
I wrote it on top.
wow.
This is the trustee.
Okay, all right, now I get it now. I thought.
And this is, clerk.
I got you.
So current rates are $50, $200, and $300.
Do you have any idea what a normal board raises every,
Well-
or if they do?
I thought that was for us to hold.
I know.
No, I don't even, I know Kinderhook just recently,
That'd be great.
Kinderhook just recently did a vote where they raise it X percent cost of living for the next 5 years, so it's automatically set up. What?
She's doing this out of the goodness of her heart. You don't have to pay
Yeah.
her.
You know how generously hurt I am.
Oh, yeah.
Giving people back.
So, the only thing about this is it has to be done, it's not for us, it's for the next board, and it has to be done X amount of time before,
Be implemented.
yeah.
Yeah, I got you.
So it's kind of almost an now or never type of thing. So, I don't know, somebody make a motion whether keep the pay the same, to raise the pay, to do whatever you want, you're the board.
Well, my personal opinion, I come here once a month, I sit at this table, and I do not do as much as I'd like to. One, because of time. Everybody's got full-time jobs. The mayor does a lot behind closed doors on his own time. That's just my opinion. That measly $47 I take home with, I mean, it is what it is. I think the mayor needs a pay increase, and, well, we're gonna do what, double ours, basically. I'm good with the numbers. And is that what you want for, or not you, but the increase?
That's
over
just
years?
what it would have been over the years had we done a cost of living
If they've
raise.
done a 3.5 cost
Right.
of living.
And this bottom number is what it is now, correct? Oh, that, okay,
Yeah, 300.
I got you. Good.
Everybody else gets cost of living raises.
Yeah, I'm good with it. I mean, that's just my opinion. I don't do as much as the mayor at all, nor do I want that headache, but
Something.
that's just me.
Lord, is this 20? No, no.
So there can either be a motion to leave it the same, a motion to accept that, a motion for a different number, whatever, but it's up to the board.
You said Kinderhook just did one to raise it like so much. per
I don't know
year.
what percent, I'd have to look up their minutes, but I just remembered that they did like a catch-up thing and then X amount per year. I didn't draw the minutes up, but I just remember reading it.
I mean, could we not? Could we do like 400 250 and then like 75 and then do maybe the cost of living like moving forward so that,
So it's.
because I mean,
huge.
well, it just is a big, and I mean, you haven't done anything for that amount of time, it's gonna be a big difference, but I don't know.
Nothing personal about this either. If you guys don't,
No.
but this is good that you guys are having this discussion. This has to be your guys' discussion.
I didn't even know what we got paid, so I
50
don't
bucks.
really have an
Right,
opinion.
so-
I
50
really don't
bucks.
have an opinion.
Right.
$50 before taxes.
Yeah.
On money that was already taxed in the first
It
place.
hasn't been increased since what?
2007? Yes.
That's why I'm bringing it up.
I think the mayor should go up, especially, I mean, they take off on their days off, use vacation time, sick days. I mean, I ain't never been to court over there. I couldn't even tell you how to do it, but that's
Try to stay out of that building.
amazing. But I mean, that's,
It's not as bad when you're on the other side. I am going to get away with probably being able to take half days vacation on all those court dates, depending on when I go into
Are we paying
work.
our last code enforcement person?
No, it turns out we're not allowed to.
Oh,
that's already
Oh.
supposed to be.
So if you're a salaried person, you
it's
gotta.
only if somebody's not on the board and they're like an outsider,
So like we could pay.
So I'm not allowed to get-
Sheila before she got.
put it back on them.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm not allowed to get paid anything other than my salary. Same with you guys.
I got you.
We have paid previous mayors for mileage before, but
Well, I think, I'd say on trustees, I'd do 75. Just thinking out loud here. And, clerk, I'd do probably 300 on the clerk and yeah,
300 on
do 500 on the mayor. The way I'd look at it anyway. I mean, it's an increase for sure.
Do we wanna do like a yearly thing of cost of,
Yeah.
I mean,
well, we don't want to end up in this again.
right, because
I think
The same way with the water bills, we went and raised the water bills like $20 a month, and everybody lost their heads.
it will be like this if we don't do something.
Doing that
I mean,
is.
it'll be another.
Just stay on top of it.
And we'll be old.
Yeah.
I'm more than- But,
Did you really say that?
them. Okay, so
Kick him under the table.
Bobby, you slumped it. Look, read my lip. You didn't hear that, did you? Good.
All right, Quentin, was that a motion?
Yeah, that's my motion.
what was your cost of living percent?
Oh, we didn't decide that.
I'd say
3?
3, yeah.
Okay, so the motion is for 75 for trustees, 300 for clerk, 500 for mayor, with an annual cost of living increase at 3%. Is that right? I was just recapping.
Which would go into effect every May.
what about the person who does water bills?
Oh, that particular person have not had a raise ever, I don't
Never.
believe.
What exactly do they just double check? I guess I never
think
understood
They-
what they did.
They double check Bob,
Uh-huh.
so we have to have a treasurer legally. And they have to ledger everything and double check everything that Bob does and every single
Which
bill
is a
that we
lot.
spend. And
Which-
she was writing it by hand
Yep.
in a ledger, and I told her she didn't have to do that anymore.
I don't have
She's
it wrong, I
what?
think she does like the same work without writing checks.
Can
So
you
what's
find out
the-
what her check is?
What
So
do we pay her?
700 annually, right?
Yeah, and I
Because
believe
it
she's
says
been
three-
making that since she started doing it. Like,
350 semi-annually.
At least to 1,000.
Yeah,
I thought we had
Annual.
discussed giving her a raise before.
I think we
not?
did, but we never
it never went into
got
effect.
there.
What is it now?
700 annually.
So
That's
350
what
every
we
6
did.
months.
I think that'd be 1,000 annually.
1,000 annually for treasurer.
Why not? Let's do 1,200. It's $100 a month. I mean, I don't know. So,
Okay.
and then cost of living raise on that one too, for
Probably.
$1,200, $100 a month a year. Probably worth more than that.
So this would all be appropriated for the next, whenever we do the next appropriation. So nothing will change, no pay will change right now. It'll be for the next elected officials
So in May,
in May.
and yearly, every May, we'll get the 3%, or whoever's on board,
Gotcha.
or employee will get a 3% increase. What about clerk?
Oh, yeah. I also wanted to add employees to that.
The what?
Employees.
3% increase for
Gotcha.
employees of the town.
Technically, our treasurer is an employee. She's not an elected official.
Okay.
She's appointed by the board as an employee.
Hmm?
I lost the
All right. Let's piggyback off of Quentin's motion and add everything we just said. We'll just spell it out. 75 for trustees, 300 for clerk, 500 for mayor, 3% annual raises. Raise the pay to $100 a month for the treasurer, and 3% across the board for everyone.
Yep.
It's Quentin's motion.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Nays? Motion carries. Discussion and vote on tree removal. We've gotten nowhere on that.
I was gonna get those.
We get any extra bids on that yet?
Not yet.
No.
I went by there again. I don't see that it's in any sudden danger of falling. It's been in the exact same shape and size it's been for a very long time, so it can wait till we continue.
Until the lease back out again in the spring, then it might be able to.
Yeah. Code hearing report, I put here starting in January. There's a good handful of them. Although court is successful and I'm going to keep using code hearing court, something we haven't done for a very long time is we can also we can abate the ordinance ourselves, which means we can take care of it ourselves and send them a bill. We can.
Okay.
Yeah, we discussed doing that for
Yep.
that one.
We're
right?
pretty close to that. So there are two options when it comes to code hearing. Take them to court, and that usually works. We've got a couple that it's not working for. So there'll be an officer involved. We can go in and mow grass. We can get rid of junk. Being Christmas and everything else, I didn't write any for this month.
Gotcha.
So come January, there'll actually be some warnings going out.
So if we do, like if Claire goes in and mows, do we then send people a bill?
We send-
Or does it go to code hearing court then?
No, we send them the bill and then we lien it.
Oh, like
we-
it's the property?
We bypass
don't
code hearing
pay.
court.
So if they don't pay it, then we put it.
We lien. The problem is, some people will just keep paying it and we'll just keep mowing it. Well, that runs your labor short. That's why we use code hearing, because we don't have to use any of our own labor and it usually works. We can still lien it. We've got a couple stubborn people that I know that if I get on them in January, it's going to be next winter before they clean it up. So we'll be
How
doing
would you
it.
know what to charge, something like that, if you did do that? Just because-
Labor, you said it a while ago.
Prevailing wage.
Prevailing wage.
Expensive.
So how much do you charge if like Claire or whatever has to go in and mow somebody's yard that they don't mow?
So prevailing wage. So we'd have to look up what the prevailing wage is for the state and we'd charge that. It's not cheap.
It's like $24.50 an hour if I remember.
It's more than,
I can
Is it more than
remember
that
one
now?
time
Like
that,
38
you know,
something.
Oh, well, it might be.
neighbor
I'd have to
that
look it
had
up
a
again.
bug.
It's been a while
So
since we've had to
they're
pay
mowing and I
prevailing
said,
wage for
"Do you
anything.
charge them for that?" And he goes, "Yeah." And I go, "How much you charge them?" And he goes, $25. I go, $25?
That's why
I
some-
make that a whole bunch more.
Code hearing court can go up to $500 per day. So that tends to get people's attention.
I think they would move faster if you can come mow my yard for $25. Right.
Yeah. So I don't know what the exact number is right now, but that's gonna be a spring problem. I do have a couple things that I'm gonna tackle this winter, but I'm gonna get Christmas out of the way. I'm not gonna
Gotcha.
bother anybody around
Yeah.
Christmas. But come January and February, there's a couple people that really need to get on the ball. So, visitors' comments, we'll cover that. Kim?
I really don't, I couldn't hear very good. I'm gonna keep my audiologist appointment coming up. So
Okay.
Maybe I can hear a little bit.
We can bring a chair over, you can sit next to me.
What's up?
You can sit next to me. We can pick on each other.
Be all right. Anyway, I'm hoping next year we get started on that playground up here.
Yep.
It's not gonna be a dead issue.
Yep, we
Me
got,
anyway.
yep, we
Alright.
got, how much did we spend on the 3,000?
I know you got 75,000 allotted for the park.
Yep,
And
we got 71 left.
I know we wanna do that parking lot too, and that's 40 grand, isn't it?
Parking lot's probably gonna be last on the list. And playground equipment is, what was the,
Playground, the reason I'm on this playground is because the kids of this community need somewhere to go.
yep, I agree.
A nice playground, the families will go. Yes, Bobby and his kids.
Yeah,
Everybody that's got kids will go, and then you'll start socializing, and then once we give, this village something to offer, people will come to live here,
yep,
all right?
yep,
Let's keep working on this.
Yep.
And the highway speed. That one there is gonna be a little difficult, but I got some thoughts on that too.
I'm open to ideas.
All right. Thank you for your time.
Thanks for your help the other day too.
All right, no problem.
Nothing? All right, board member comments. I only have the one. I talked to Mr. Reed on the 3 properties that he owns. His holdup, he wants to redo all those together and finance together as like an LLC, right? If some of you might remember, when Carla Thomas deeded quitclaim that over to the town, well, then someone else went behind us and paid the taxes and got their own quitclaim. So now there's 2 names on the deed. And the insurance company will not finance him because they can't insure him. The title insurance. So we've talked and we think the best way to do it is just quitclaim our interest. He's already put a roof on it. At that point, we just gotta trust that he's gonna do something with it. I don't think the town has any interest in that house anymore. When we got that quitclaim, we did.
Right.
But now there's a roof on it. Now I reached out to him last week, and we've been in talks, so I think that's what we ought to do. And
What address is that?
160 Miller?
And that's gonna go complete, right now, the village has a half interest in it?
Yes. And we want to quitclaim that to Brock E. Reed,
And that's 160 Miller.
160 Miller. And that will free him up from the problems he's been having, and he can move forward with his remodel. We have no interest anymore. We did, but we don't now.
I assume if it doesn't do anything with it, you can file back.
We can worry about that when we get there. So, but he spent money on 2 roofs so far. I'm pretty sure he's gonna move forward. So,
And the one next door to me is completely gutted.
Yeah, he said that too, but till he can move forward with all three, he's got to get the mix up done with
The other
us.
one on
With
Miller.
us, yeah.
Before he can even go forward.
Well, yeah, because the insurance company won't
Right.
they won't give him title insurance, which makes sense.
I get it.
But apparently that's the last hiccup is,
Okay.
and we don't want it. I did mention that we did pay to have that surveyed when we first got it, and he mentioned something about paying us back for that, and I said, I don't know that that's going to be a demand of the board. I said, just move forward.
Yeah, just,
We're not interested in all that back stuff. That wasn't his deal, that he didn't do it.
right.
We'll just move forward.
Get it
Yeah,
livable.
if it's, yep.
All right. Bobby, comments?
I don't have anything. The lights look good in town.
I got 3 that don't work. I got the electric company coming this week.
Did you shake the pole?
No. Kick it.
Give it a good kick.
Right.
That's all I got. I don't have anything.
A lot of lights in town. They like more houses are putting up this year. It looks great.
I'd like to have a big pine tree planted down here so we could have a town Christmas tree.
Just go put one down and of course drag it in and decorate.
Yeah.
Tried
They
to
do it in
tell
my
him.
hometown. They put it right in the middle of the street in Main Street. It's pretty cool.
We
It's a
could.
great
The old
idea.
neighbor sent me a picture of her sales has a town Christmas tree.
Yeah.
I said, what? We don't have one.
I know, I
Town Christmas tree.
Like,
think up on North
I have
End.
no comment.
No comment? Patty?
No, I just said thank you for putting up the Christmas lights in the cold weather.
It's a little chilly.
But there are some that aren't working.
Yeah. I got 3 that aren't working. I'd replace them myself, but 1, they don't like you doing that, and 2, they are just a 120 outlet, but there's no breaker. They're tied straight into the line. So if you shock yourself, there's no going to be a circuit that kicks out.
Did we talk about buying new ones last year?
Yeah, we
We've discussed it, but we never have.
So really, what those there's nothing wrong with the frames. It's the lights and the wiring. If we bought new wiring and LED lights, they'd last. Like there's nothing wrong with the shapes or the metal. They're not rotted or anything.
Well, we just get some LED bulbs
How
and
many
replace
hours
them
have you
bad
have
boys.
into it, rewiring
I tried
and
finding them the other day.
bulbs
Find
into it,
replacement bulbs.
you know?
Well, they're
Wouldn't it be just as easy just to buy?
I mean,
a
they
new
are
one?
pretty
Well,
expensive.
they're pushing $1,000 a piece now.
Yeah.
They're
Wow.
getting pretty pricey.
That's what we gave
So
for the
the-
last ones.
The one on
Well,
the
800 and something.
by the firehouse
Before
is one that I rewired last year. So if you look at the bell, it was one that we didn't put up anymore, and
They got
I
a
just
lot of stuff on it.
rewired it.
So the wiring is getting bad on them?
Yeah, but you can buy that wire
Usually show up about
all day long and just put. And if we
And you put LED bulbs?
and every year we get so many smashed bulbs, and that the High Neighbors Club is the one who pays for all that. And they buy bulbs every year, and they're shattered.
Yeah.
But the LED ones, we just grab out of the rack and we stick them on the pole and we don't touch them. So moving forward, I'd like to buy wiring or new lights. I don't care.
Or see,
Joe,
buy a
we
couple
do
wires,
the-
throw some on, see what it looks like. We like it, we'll buy more wire.
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah, that's fine. I just thought I knew we talked about it, and if we were gonna buy one, if we needed to replace them, like buy one and then.
It's one of those things that gets
That's fine.
forgotten about because they're only up for like 3 weeks or 4 weeks, and then we move on. And
Until you-
it takes like 3 or 4 months before we get into.
sorry.
It takes a while.
Yeah.
Oh,
Pike County Art Guild is working on getting a mock-up of a postcard painting like Pittsfield and Barry have out there. Deb and I met with them and gave them ideas. I think I put a thing on Facebook a while back that asked people what they wanted to see. So we can look at that. Hopefully we'll have it by next meeting. And then the high school art teacher has agreed to repaint the sign out by the road, that had the old picnic scene on it. So I talked to her today and she said just give her ideas. She was gonna have a couple of her senior kids do that for like part of their showcase. She said they would do it for free, and I said, well, we
It might
probably
even
wanna
be good
make
for
a
them.
donation to cover paint or something.
Have them come walk through the museum themselves and get some ideas.
We have
Maybe they'd see some
paintings
stuff
of
that we
the
wouldn't.
town in there. Like
Yeah.
we have paintings of this square. We have paintings of the
in
old.
the museum?
Mhm.
Okay.
So ideas.
Yeah.
Fannie Lou gave her blessing to repaint that sign up there. So I talked to her a couple weeks ago.
That, and then Bob gave me the number. I was gonna try to see if Dot would donate to the playground to see if they,
Mhm.
cause they do all kinds of stuff like that with donations. Ameren and Nicor also do like a $5,000 one-time donation, but they don't open again until January, February. So, hopefully I can get a hold of them on making sure it's something about one of the numbers the town has to be on a list for DOT to consider giving you money. Well, it is, but it's something about it has to be electronically.
We're technically a for-profit
Yeah.
business.
So I have that information, and Bob gave me the right phone number to call. I just haven't had a chance to sit on hold for a while. But once we get that figured out, hopefully we can get something rolling with a new piece of park equipment or.
What was your park equipment cost last estimate? Like
I even
80 or
printed those and.
$90,000?
Well, it kind of depended on what we were gonna do. I know I can try to bring those next
You
time
can
too.
get them about any price.
You can
Well,
spend
you
anything you want
can.
on them.
Mm-hmm.
I think when we did the park committee meetings, cause when we first did the grant, we had several people come in and everybody said they wanted like a slide, an enclosed slide that, you know, there was several things, and I think some of that you could, I wanna say they probably started around 35 to 40, but I didn't feel like you were getting a whole, it was like a couple platforms
Like
and the
it's-
slide and maybe like a rock wall up to it or something, like it wasn't one of those big
It's almost one of those where you gotta spend that like every year for a couple of years to get it.
to piece
You
it
know,
all together.
Yeah.
My favorite one's in Quincy on North Bottom Road. Go down there sometime and look at
I
that
sent you
playground.
pictures of that one where they go
And
I'll raise you
their
one in
field trip
Hamilton.
at the end.
Hamilton?
Hamilton's is awesome.
Really?
If I was a kid, man, I'd wanna go there every day.
I'll have to-
It's pretty sweet.
Carthage has got one too. It's like a
That
giant
one, we
fort.
went to one outside Louisiana.
And maybe you
Oh,
can
you
Google
sent
some
pictures
of
of that one too.
That one.
Hamilton and where?
Hamilton's. When I think, and it's all brand new, I think they got a grant or something, but it is.
And
they
we
went- they
can
went all out.
try to apply for that grant again. It's not gonna be till summer again, but, I mean,
Does
Keep
Blessings
trying.
match still? Like Blessings Hospital?
I don't know, I think
Chris might know
Chris was
something about
gonna
that.
try to get us information on that. I know Dot,
I don't know what Blessing Hospital does, but, it's worth asking.
Yeah.
I'll put them on the list too. But yeah, so there's, quite a few options with the park and,
Or Hannibal too, because they're the ones in our town, right, over here.
Yes.
I thought it was Blessing
Oh,
for
yeah.
years till I went to see the cars.
I
and
assume
wasn't-
we'd have to, I'll go down and
Yeah,
talk to
they do have a.
the foundation
Place there.
departments in
Yeah.
the building.
yeah.
I
And but
assume
guess
that'd
what? They'd like to have those patients back, so.
Right.
Yeah.
Doesn't hurt to ask.
Yep.
20-foot tall monkey bars. Go get them some more.
Yeah.
Orthopedic surgeons.
Man.
Sponsoring those.
Okay, that's all I
Keep
have.
employee paid.
All right. So we'll start fresh after New Year with that.
Yeah.
Quentin?
And after the new year, we need to get back on board on the side-by-sides.
Yeah.
Getting those registered. I mean, I don't see any problem with people running around right now at all.
No, but everybody catches on.
We need to get that.
Spring and summer it gets a little.
Yeah.
busier.
Yeah,
A lot of
Let 'em,
youth
you know,
driving
get
them that shouldn't be driving them.
yeah.
That's
I've seen
the
some.
thing.
I was thinking.
That's
You
You're
need to be
supposed to have a
licensed
driver's
driver.
license, yeah.
Yeah.
yeah. I'm
I assume we have something written up
yeah. It's all done.
Yeah.
already.
We
They're
just need to
getting the officer here.
Yeah.
enforce it. I do have a little bit of a problem with making people pay for the permits. I don't. It may be just a personal thing, but we already tax the crap out of people. Why do we need to charge them for a sticker? I think we should get the permits and enforce it, but
Well, what's the cost of the sticker?
It's $25.
Probably not much.
I mean, $25
Listen.
is the registration and the sticker, but
For 2 years.
is this
Yeah.
a town What does the town have to pay to get those stickers?
That's a good
Pennies.
question.
Pennies?
I just don't see,
Yeah, I don't remember how much they were.
I just don't see,
mean,
I
make
guess
them
it's,
pay $5-10 and a donation to the blessing box or something.
I guess,
like-
yeah, bring a bag of canned food or something. I don't
That's a good
see,
idea, actually.
I don't see why we should,
Which, by the
Couple
way, don't
long
put any
range
canned
wires.
goods in there right now.
Well-
I don't wanna have to clean up a whole bunch of frozen
oh,
mess
yeah.
Well,
from exploding or anything.
Probably shouldn't.
Put TV dinners in.
Yeah, there you go. Yeah, there you go.
But yeah, that's,
They'll be frozen.
I just personally have a, we already pay enough taxes. I don't,
Yeah.
and that if the town does not need the money for the permits, I do not think we should be taking it
I
from
just,
it.
the only
But a
thing
donation would be great.
Covering, are we gonna have to pay the officer to come and?
Probably, but I mean, we pay him already.
I mean, I don't think that that was nothing. $25 for 2 years. I mean, I don't think it was.
Well, I'm
I
fine with
get it. It's
even
just-
$5 or
Years.
$10, then yeah. I'd pay
Like I
it.
said, maybe it's just a personal thing that I just,
How many actual units do we have licensed in the village?
very,
None right now.
very.
yeah, we
Yeah, oh, okay.
I mean, at one time, it was part
They're
of the
grandfathered in.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean,
there's
there's,
probably a dozen or better, I would say.
All right. Well, I will,
I used to drive mine to work, so,
I mean,
Yeah.
I guess we can think about it and then decide.
well, no, it had to be legal.
Yes, that's what I meant.
I couldn't drive it. I had to go through ditches.
That's all right.
all right, we will,
That's all.
I can schedule something, but let's schedule it for like spring. Maybe,
I just wanna get it
April?
out there so people are not equipped yet.
Yeah.
They can be.
And then we go ahead and put word out too.
Yeah.
We're gonna,
Have the actual ordinance or whatever it is,
yeah,
so do
Print
we
it out.
have to,
so they
Yeah,
can come
get
out
it-
and say, okay, I need
So
the
we're gonna
blinkers, I
discuss
need,
get it
Cost,
recirculated
yeah.
again and,
you know, and it's somewhere they can reference that and make sure they have everything
Say-
ready to go before they
hey, this
show up.
is coming this spring.
Deb
Yep.
should look into stickers.
yeah, I was gonna say, maybe if we know how much stickers are,
And I'd look into something that won't fade. The old
Yeah,
ones
2 years is a while.
were terrible.
Okay.
Hold up and you wash it.
Now,
Yeah, they fade.
produce those, or have those stickers produced?
Yeah,
or
we just
was
bought
that
them.
through the county? Or-
No, we had our own made. All right, anything else? Is there a motion to adjourn?
I'll make a motion.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Nays? Thank you, guys.
That's tax levy?
Yep, we already did.
Yep.
Missed it.
Sounds good.
There you go.
I'll get you a copy, Chris.
Do I have to do something with that though? Like, do
Yeah.
I have to mail it somewhere?
Let's talk.
Okay,
We gotta get
yes.
Where is?
You know, I
My own copy right
I just
now.
need-
Well, hang on, make sure it's all signed everywhere.
I don't need to, I can find out what I'm doing.
yes, if I have to rest.
It sounds like my sister, if I wanna put in some wire cabinet, I can get it and I throw it on the top and then I have to pop it if I have to.
Well, then
Wait, by spring we're gonna have a coffee bar. Let's make a coffee bar in here.
You want me to sit on the floor to do it and I can't get
I asked you the other night when we were over
3
there,
hours.
I didn't add any into it.
grinding up all the
you know, we were. I was waiting,
I was getting a little.
okay, so it's not done.
Okay.
No, but I think we can probably go ahead.
Before you send it in,
Okay.
I'll send you the
So,
correct page.
I mean,
we
Okay.
got a
Where,
funeral
do I have
place
to
to go
go just
to,
the county?
travel.
Yeah, but let's
I
talk.
was,
I'll wait till you're from you.
Yeah,
Couple.
pulling it over, the straps, yeah. And then you got, planes or whatever that are.
Village clerk.
That section has been down by.
Easy to remember. Long,
But no
easy to
pipes or
remember.
anything, is there pipes that gotta be back?
I'll give
One
you
pipe,
one.
But it's the same bracket, all that galvanized fence. I mean,
If weekends are good for you, or, you know, cause you're pretty much busy all the time. And then in the evening,
So there you go.
1:30. Weekends are good,
It's good.
go till Saturday.
Oh, my
All
God.
right, Saturday or Sunday. Or during the week. All right.
Tracy, be good, man. Cliff, be good.
Yes, sir, thank you.
Livery. Is it the village or is it,
Yeah.
What do we do about that? Because getting to the point, either you need to hire somebody in to come fix it.
Yeah, I got it all mixed up.
Yeah, we've
I
got
got it all mixed up.
other ones that are,
Mercer let you in.
we got other ones that
Well,
Okay.
are causing extreme.
they
problems.
didn't know, I didn't disclose everything.
And we gotta get those first.
How did you know I went to
And
Mercer?
when I say bad,
I looked you up.
I'm willing to show board members.
Are you
I don't
familiar with
want
Mercer?
Any
Yeah,
other people to have.
That dear friend of mine,
You're still on.
lived in that neighborhood.
Oh,
And she
really?
was
So,
faculty
uh,
at the medical school.
Oh, yeah, they got nice medical schools.
So
Yeah, it's kind of like SIU, they